I love the way the First Gen Lounge makes me feel.
Because it creates a space where I belong.
Where we're able to create community.
The fact that it's a community.
It's a safe place.
It also gives me a place to understand different perspectives.
The stories of these individuals prescribe transformational perspective.
I receive encouragement, enlightenment, empowerment.
And also serve as a catalyst to just keep going.
Where we're able to be our true selves.
I'm allowed to be an unapologetic first gen.
And above all else, tell our story.
And every episode is unique.
I love it.
I'm your host, Dr. Eve, and I'd like to welcome you to the First Gen Lounge. Good morning and great day, and hey. Listen, I'm just coming through to remind you to do what you want to do. Bars on bars on bars. Listen, really, do what you want to do. In this season, I have been doing a lot more reflection than my normal reflection, because y'all know I already be deep in my thoughts anyway. I love the idea of extracting the most meaning from life. That's why I tend to sit with myself and ponder and wonder and strive to just embrace the fullness of what life is. Let me just throw in a little tidbit, right? But in it, I think about relationships, friendships, work environments, just places and experiences I've had. And I found myself thinking, people really out here doing what the hell they want to do. Why don't you? Now, that's not to say I haven't done things that I've wanted to do, but let's take this thing a little bit deeper. Like, I'm not just talking about, oh, I want to eat a sandwich today. Oh, I want to get my nails painted blue. But really, how are you doing what you want to do? I had to lead into it. Are you really living your life such that you are happy? Or are you living your life such that it is pleasing to everyone else, such that you are then happy, right? Are you showing up and making sure that you are meeting the expectations that society and other people have placed on you? Or are you doing what you want to do? Yeah, come on now. I think about being a Black woman, Black and woman, okay? Raised by a single mother. So I came from what some would call a broken home. I'm the eldest of three, right? I'm a friend. I'm a niece. I've been a student. I'm still a student of life, an employee. Every positional role that we move into, that we take on, that we own even, there is something that comes with that. Things that aren't always spoken, but things that are understood. So then you add a title like being first generation to it. And I think about how so many of us talk about making our families proud. But are you thinking about making yourself proud, right? Are you doing what you want to do, like for real? Is it because I know that this is what I want for my life, not because somebody's gonna clap for me? Ooh, damn, I done did myself a deal today with that one. Y'all caught that one? Play that one back if you didn't. Okay, you ain't gotta play it back. I'm about to say it again. Are you doing what you want to do because it's what you want to do for you, or because somebody's gonna clap for you? Listen, doing what you want to do is doing it even when nobody claps. When people disagree. When it doesn't feel easy, because it's not, because you were breaking yourself out of the norm of what you thought you should be doing, right? It's when it comes with sometimes heartache. It's when it comes with frustration, because doing what you want to do, while it is ultimately going to feel good to you, coming with these bars today, right? but when you're doing those things, ultimately, yes, it will feel good to you. But when you've been programmed and conditioned to live and believe and show up a certain way, when you break out of that, it's going to be uncomfortable for a little while. And for some, it just might not be, right? But when you get a taste of living your life according to your own terms, you are being authentically who you are in every sense of the way. It'll change the game. Because being who you are and living the way that you want to live is going to enable you to really and truly learn how to deal with conflict, right? And not just conflict externally with people who are saying, well, you shouldn't, but internal conflict. Oh my goodness, internal conflict. A lot of times we're not even battling the world and society. I mean, we're thinking about it, right? And we're thinking about those things that we've been given to live up to. But the conflict ends up being, well, what about how I feel inside about what I do and letting people down? But who's worth letting down or not? If anybody, you don't want to let yourself down, because letting yourself down then only makes room for you to live according to what everybody else wants for you and how they want you to show up and how they think you should live. And then holding yourself to those standards and you toe up inside because you just not happy. Ooh. I feel like I'm giving it to y'all today, but I'm giving it to myself. I'm gonna run this one back for myself too. But really though, do what you want to do. Yes, easier said than done, but not impossible. Yes, easier said than done, but oh so necessary. Yes, easier said than done, but if you don't do what you want to do, then what are you doing? And if you're cool with that, then by all means, keep doing what you do, boo. But if you feel at any point, any turn, any moment that this just ain't what I want for myself, be it that it's something in your career, right? Be it that it's something academic, be it that it's something, relationship-wise, be it that's where you're living, whatever it is, if you say that this ain't what I want for myself, how me and these people interacting, this ain't what I want for myself, this friend group, this ain't really what I want for myself. On an internal level, right? If you can really say this ain't what I want for myself, change it. And maybe you're like, well, I don't know what I want. Okay, cool. Gather up experiences, do things, explore to figure out what you do and what you don't want. But also know already what you don't want to drive in the direction of perhaps what you do want. Start there. And know that things are going to change. So what you want now, you may not want 2 days from now, 5 months from now, 2 years from now. And that's cool because you are allowed to change. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to want something different. So do what you want to do out here in these streets. And know that it's okay. Because if you really just even think about all the people that you interact with often, right? How many of those people have you ever looked at and just said, they just do what they want to do? You ever heard somebody, they just do what they want to do? For those of us who don't do what we want to do, we find problem with that. Those tend to be the people who seem like the rebels or the people who just don't give a damn about nobody else, nothing else. No, it's not that they don't. But they've decided what they care about, what matters to them, and they move accordingly. And they're okay with not being liked. They're okay with living their best life. And it's so easy to look at something like that and be like, oh, well, like I just said, they do what they want to do, and feel a kind of way. Feel a kind of way because there's something within us that desires to be the same. There's something about us that maybe we don't even understand it for some, right? Because how can this person really do what they want to do? They decided that that's what they're going to do. They decided. So for us, we have to decide. And again, if it makes you more comfortable to live up to other people's expectations, to be the person that I always knew you would be, quote unquote. Y'all know y'all done heard that before. I always knew you would. Yeah. If that makes you feel good, then by all means do that. But are you growing to be the person that you've always wanted to be? And if you can say, well, yes, I am, based on XYZ, without the influence of other people, then you're doing what you want to do. Keep that shit up. But on that note, thank you again and always for being in this space with me. Know that I wish you well in your journey. I wish you peace that surpasses understanding when you need it. I wish you hope for the challenges. I wish you prosperity in all that you pursue. And most importantly, you know what I want you to do? Keep pressing forward. I'm out. Peace.